Hey there, I'm Angella Sharpe, and you already know you're watching STL TV, where you get to experience St. Louis. How about experiencing some gaming this weekend? I am joined by Kathryn Bader, the chair of Gateway Legends. For somebody who doesn't know, what is Gateway Legends?
So Gateway Legends is an esports gaming tournament that we've started to kind of build up the esports community here in St. Louis.
Now, I don't know that everybody knows this because you and I are of the same age bracket where gaming wasn't really a thing.
True.
But now gaming can be a real thing with a real profession.
It 100% can. We've worked with individuals who not only are professional gamers, but also there are now scholarships to college. High schools are now building esports labs. Gaming has really started to take off, especially with younger generations, which I wish I would have had the opportunity to do that because it's been so much fun getting to learn about their entire community as we've been putting on this esports tournament.
Yeah, and this is kind of huge. We're showing some photos from last year, but let's talk about what's going to happen this weekend.
Yeah, so this weekend it's a little bit different than last year. So we are playing Super Smash Brothers instead of League of Legends. So we did change the game kind of just to see and get a little bit more of a better feel of a younger crowd. Not only that, but we've also introduced an open event too. So that's definitely a change from last year where we just were focused on having our education side plays. So we had college and high school. Now we've opened it not only just to high school this year, but an open tournament where anybody could sign up to come play.
So anybody was allowed to sign up and register to play. Now you've got that closed. But if I wanted to come watch, what would I see if I show up this weekend?
So if you were to come watch in person, which I highly recommend, you'll see a stage actually built over that front bar in a Ballpark Village. We'll have the screens up, we'll have different streams going because I actually have part of the event up in Crown Room too, which spectators can't get to, but we're able to show on the screen what's going on, who's playing, how things are going. So it's really a lot of dynamics going on, but it should be a large crowd and a lot of fun.
Now there's different age brackets at this tournament on this weekend?
So there are for our high school and middle school and small school side. So they are all coming to compete for their championships. So high school does their championship on Friday, middle school and small school will do their championship play on Saturday. And then for our open tournament, our final 64 will play on Sunday.
Oh, very cool. And now there are some prizes for that last one.
Correct. So for the open tournament, we are offering a prize pool of $10,000.
That's a huge prize pool. So one of these people that registered is going to walk away with that?
Potentially. So we're going to do a breakdown for it. So if you place in some of the top areas, you can walk away with some money, which is a huge incentive for some folks to come.
Absolutely. And I would assume that these people that are signing up and are playing are kind of people that are probably maybe could make a name for themselves down the line.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely have top players that have shown some interest. We're still kind of finagling our way to determine who our VIPs are. And once we do that, we'll probably feel free and announce those in a couple of days.
Be great. So how can people find out more information about, if I want to come down and watch and all that information?
Absolutely. So all of that's on our website. It's on fairstlouis.org. Look for the Gateway Legends tab. So we have all that information when spectators can come in, which is 11 a.m. every day. And so we're super thrilled and would love to have anybody come down to join us because it is free to come down and watch.
Well, that's amazing. So it's totally free to come down and watch. And I assume a lot of those restaurants will be serving their food as always, and you can kind of make a day of it, if you will.
Oh, 100%. And the best part about Smash Brothers is you can come in and you can watch Pikachu and Peach and Mario and very familiar characters. I'm personally rooting for Pikachu. But you can see all of them come in and play, and it's a very family-friendly event.
So I'm not exactly a gamer. Smash Brothers, kind of what's the gist of that game?
So the fun part of Smash Brothers is that you play it on a Nintendo Switch. So you'll have monitors up when the gamers are going, and you can kind of watch them play on that. So it's a little bit of a more active game, a little bit more going on where it's kind of more head-to-head. So
nice.
The intensity is there in order to build that atmosphere as you watch the gaming go on.
This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions or help for maybe somebody out there who's got a small child who's really into gaming and maybe wants to push them and maybe see if they could be really great at it?
I mean, my advice would be, one, make sure that they have an opportunity to do that. But two, there are a lot of schools, camps, different areas and local communities. They're really trying to open up gaming, making sure that folks have access, which is actually part of the reason why Fair St. Louis started doing this.
Yeah, this is you guys' second year?
Third year.
Third year.
Yeah, third year.
Third year for Fair St. Louis doing this, but you switched up the game.
Correct. Yeah, so this is our first year doing it with Smash Brothers.
That is going to be so much fun. Let's go through all those dates one more time for everybody.
So our dates are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week on Memorial Day weekend. So we would love to have everybody come down and see it in person. And if you can't make it in person, we will be streaming online. So we'll share that link out on our social media too.
So let's talk about, it's going to be on your social media as well. So if I can't make it, maybe I'm watching this and I don't live super close, but I really want to see it. You're going to be streaming that also.
Yeah, we'll share that link so people can click on it, take a look at what's going on downtown, who's playing, how the matches are going, and depending on if folks want to come see a particular player, they'll kind of have a feel for when that can happen too.
And when do you think those whole player announcements will be coming out later this week?
We're working on finalizing our seating today, so I'm hoping probably later today or tomorrow we can share those with everybody.
Okay, so early in the week that you'll be able to have kind of who's playing, if there's somebody you maybe know of, you might want to go watch them. And I can how close do I get to these players while they're trying to focus?
I mean, they'll be coming and going from the stage, so they'll have to walk through the crowd. So you could get pretty close if you're lucky, if you're standing in the right spot.
That is awesome. Like I think I mentioned to you prior to us coming out here, I never really realized how gaming had taken off until just a couple years ago when I emceed one of these gaming conventions, and it was amazing. And now that you're learning kind of people can make money, and you were talking about somebody getting a whole scholarship to go to college, like there is real investment in this.
Oh, 100%. There's a lot of opportunity, and that's part of the goal, to work towards not only bringing esports up to the forefront and getting people more familiar with it, but also eventually we would like to look into maybe doing esports labs, helping some schools that might not have those opportunities get the chances and the exposure that other students might have depending upon income levels.
Well, right, because if your school's got it, then you're already got a little heads up.
Right, so we're looking to maybe help in some of those areas that have an interest for esports where we could see an infrastructure for them and help some of those kids.
Yeah. It's gonna be so great. All right, so we know what's happening this weekend. Now I know it's streaming too. I can show up, it's free, it opens at 11 a.m. every day?
Every day.
Every day, and then if I can't make it because I have to be somewhere with my parents, I can stream it online.
100%.
Oh, this is perfect. All right, definitely give them that website one last time.
So it's fairstlouis.org, and then look for the GLI tab.
Definitely feel like that is something you're going to need to check out. It sounds like it'd be really interesting just to come sit there and kind of see what it's all about.
I will say the atmosphere is very fun. It's like going to any other sporting event. You'll hear cheering, you'll hear shouting, you'll hear players going back and forth. It is a very lively atmosphere.
I didn't realize we were gonna yell at each other.
It happened a little bit last year.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
but it was all in good fun.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, so is it, at baseball when we yell at each other too, right?
But so 100%.
I love it. That's so great. All right, definitely check them out and make sure you keep it right here on STL TV so you can experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.